Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Coin Lady channel. Here, we will discuss XRP. But there are a couple of things I need to mention first. First, I'll attempt to substitute the word further with further. Ripple XRP is the undisputed victor in international payments. And we, Morgan Stanley's co-president Cruz X. That's why I think banks are so worried about Ripple. It's a practical answer to a huge issue. And these financial institutions are keen to keep raking in the dough from all the fee reductions and ripple effects. To facilitate international money transfers to a total of 130 financial institutions, I continue to believe that Ripple is associated with the SEC Ripple Partners MFS Africa. Now I expect to see headlines like this all the time in the future, though I anticipate that they will be different. Since Ripple is superior to SWIFT, it is only a matter of time before it takes a larger market share away from SWIFT. Unless the two collaborate, in my opinion, Ripple will always be the superior choice. Using RippleNet and XRP, your bank will always come out on top. The XRP price dropped by 5% after Ripple released 1 billion tokens from escrow. It has been speculated that the current XRP price drop is due to investors realizing that Ripple lost the court case. The opposite is true. This is the reason for the decrease. Ripple's monthly release of 1 billion XRP is becoming increasingly routine in the cryptocurrency market. After announcing in 2017 that 55 billion XRP tokens would be held in escrow on the XRP ledger, Ripple Labs later clarified that 1 billion XRP would be released monthly to incentivize investors and maintain interest in the token. Ripple's plan went into effect at the beginning of 2018, and the company has consistently budgeted a 2-month break for October and November of 2022. That explains why XRP fell by 5%. According to Deaton's numbers, Ripple is more likely than SEC. Complete and utter triumph. Now he presented 5 potential outcomes. According to Deaton, Ripple's best-case scenario is if the judge severely reprimands the SEC for its excessive interference and behavior in the case. He mentions that Judge Netburn is already worried about the SEC's lawyers being hypocritical and disobedient. Second best-case scenario, the judge rules that in certain early XRP ecosystem instances, such as a brochure sent to potential investors in 2014, Ripple offered XRP as an investment contract, a security. To be clear, the judge ruled that XRP is not a security. Securities do not include a transaction that is ongoing or being sold again. We should be happy with either of those results. The third best scenario is if the judge rejects both the SEC and Ripple's motions for summary judgment and orders a trial to determine the disputed facts. The judge would then explain that XRP is not a security because it is merely computer code. To me, it always seemed more like we were investing in the technology of the future than in cryptocurrencies. In the fourth best case, the judge rules in favor of the SEC and rules that Ripple is liable for all past and future sales of XRP as an investment contract. The judge emphasizes, however, that the ruling does not cover resales of XRP. The current status quo would survive the appeal filed by Ripple. Hold out for a long time, maybe years. That is definitely not what any of us wants. This cannot go on for many more years. We really hope this can be resolved soon. And in the worst case, the judge agrees. The SEC wins a summary judgment in every single case, but this ruling makes no mention of the token or secondary markets. After that, Deaton would try to make an appearance at a damages hearing concerning secondary sales, just as he did in the Elbri case. This concludes our consideration of the 5 potential outcomes of the SEC vs. Ripple case. Here are the insiders who will know the outcome of Ripple's lawsuit against the SEC before the general public. According to Deaton, the judge's staff and any clerks who helped her with research or the decision will be the only people who know before the public announcement of the judge's ruling. People are suddenly saying, "My sources tell me that the case has already been settled." That kind of talk needs to end. I completely drank the Kool-Aid of crypto industry insider knowledge a long time ago. When I first started out in crypto, I remember hearing things like, "My insiders tell me that this coin is going to pump 100 times this week." Now, what do you think transpired? If you put money in, someone else benefits from it. I have stopped paying attention to anyone who claims to have inside knowledge. I no longer care about it. A lawyer for Ripple says the SEC case verdict could be delayed for another 2 months. Likewise, I really hope this doesn't occur. On Twitter, Attorney Dean made it clear that the 31st of March was not the deadline for the judge's decision. According to him, the judge's ruling could come as soon as the next 30 days. Why this judge can't just rule in favor of Ripple, bang the gavel, and send everyone home is beyond me. And many believe the reason is that she is corrupt in some way. To this day, I refuse to accept that. I have faith that Torres understands the stakes for the general public in the Ripple XRP case. 75,000 holders and users had never before pleaded with her to open the courtroom door. Do you think she knows the potential consequences of her decision for the United States and the American people in exile? I really hope she does because, as I'm sure you already know, the United States is rapidly becoming a graveyard for innovation. And the state of this country continues to deteriorate. An ex-Ripple developer disproves rumors that XRP will be used only for bank transfers in the near future. Some of you have probably heard of XRP.net, so I feel obligated to discuss it. Therefore, we accept XRP as payment. When Ripple decides to limit XRP to business-to-business transactions only, Paynet has promised to step in. They said we are timing our entry into the market for when they might be leaving. According to Matt Hamilton, however, those who claim that XRP will soon be used only for institutional payments are intentionally misleading the public. People on crypto Twitter keep claiming that XRP.net will eventually replace XRP. Not at all. People who say this frequently are usually trying to pump and dump these coins. I'll just say that XRP is the only option and leave it at that. XRP to $10,000. Predictions for XRP by 2030, according to realistic expert chartists. So, I touched on this briefly in the video from yesterday, and it seems that I have some supporters. However, a graduate crypto predicts that XRP price will peak at $27 by December of this year, justifying this projection with the same price action from 2017 that brought XRP price to $3.56. And as I mentioned in yesterday's video, I think the $27 XRP price is the most realistic. I anticipate that happening once the case against Ripple is resolved. In addition, you should account for the value that will be created as a result of ISO becoming operational on a global scale. Even more impressive is the growth of XRP over the past year, which has carried over into 2023 Ripple and shows no signs of slowing down. Multiple initiatives are mushrooming on the XRP ledger. That's why I think a $27 price tag is reasonable in the near future. The Stellar logo is here. Rubbish XLM could be used in place of Ripple holders, which would be hilarious. I have something to share with you right now. The relationship between Ripple and Stellar is more cooperative than most people realize. If Ripple creates a new pathway or forms a Stellar partnership, I have no doubt that others will follow. The two digital currencies are not at odds with one another. In the future, they will collaborate closely. Let your fears of XLM overtaking XRP be known. So, that's what you think. Invest in both of these digital currencies. I anticipate both to increase in value over time, but since they serve distinct purposes, I don't foresee a time when one is superior to the other. XRP will be used by financial institutions. XLM will serve the general public. Those person-to-person payments will be substantially larger than most anticipate. Medical costs will be borne individually. Mortgages, cars, and taxes will all be paid directly between individuals. The same can be said of that list. This is why I have always maintained that if XRP reached $10,000, then XLM would likely reach $7,500 or $8,000, though the exact amount is anyone's guess. But this much is true. They are not competitors, these two. Yes, Gary Gensler faces an uphill battle. The fact that the outgoing chair initiated the Ripple issue and then dropped it on Gary Gensler like a hot potato doesn't help matters. People have the right to be skeptical, but the worst attitudes are defeatism and apathy. I don't know if you're familiar with Jay Clayton. This lawsuit against Ripple was his idea. Fireblocks has added the former chair of the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission to its board of advisors. Fireblocks is a cryptocurrency custodian that has ensured the safe transfer of over $1 trillion in digital assets and offers insurance on those holding and moving those assets. There are more than 500 clients using the company's services, including international financial institutions and some of the biggest crypto-native exchanges, lending desks, hedge funds, OTC desks, and market makers. Fireblocks is used by several prominent companies, including Rivulet, BlockFi, Celsius, Prime Trust, Galaxy Digital, Genesis Trading Crypto.com, and eToro. I still think Jay Clayton did the worst thing that he could have done, and if he's out there working with these crypto in the crypto industry and Gary Gensler is saying all crypto is a security except Bitcoin, these two at some point have to cross paths. When he filed suit against Ripple, he was on his way out the door. In my opinion, he's even more corrupt than Gensler. One of the SBA's most prominent loan programs could be affected by the turbulence in the banking sector. Do you recall how this situation first arose? Things, unfortunately, are getting much worse. They've put a halt to accepting any more bids on 7-day loans. Ernst testified as such. This will make it very challenging for our lenders, especially non-depository institutions like our small business lending companies, to maintain sufficient liquidity to continue making new loans. The FDIC has announced plans to liquidate a portion of its remaining $60 billion loan portfolio. They will make it more difficult for small businesses to secure loans, leading to widespread failure. And I'm still of the opinion that this will trickle down into the housing market after a while. Meanwhile, both theirs and our economies are deteriorating rapidly. More and more people I know are saying they have cryptocurrency. I hope to one day leave the country and settle in one that is more accepting of cryptocurrency. Perhaps, in the distant future, cryptocurrencies will be exempt from taxation. As the United States disintegrates, competing nations appear more appealing. That's why lawmakers in Washington need to act quickly. If this doesn't change, the United States will inevitably fall behind other countries, particularly in the field of crypto. But I need to end this video. Please accept my gratitude for tuning in. I value your interest in my videos. It's all over today. Please like and subscribe my channel. See you later, bye.